I really wanted to make my birthday dress last year, but I wasn't able to. This year, not only am I trying to make my birthday dress, I am trying to recreate the Olivier Theyskens dress that Anok the model was wearing at the red carpet event for Vanity Fair in 2022. Now the question is, will I be able to? Stay tuned to find out. So the original dress was actually made from recycled fabric, and guys, I have all of these pieces, which are pieces that I don't really wear. It's mostly tops, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm really hoping that they come together nicely. Let's get started. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed already. It really does help the channel out. The first thing I did was look through my fabric selection and decide which would be best for this project. I just cut and cut and cut because I really wanted to make as many different patches as possible to help speed up the process of making the dress itself. This took a pretty long time. I thought, oh, I'm just cutting out pieces of fabric. Honestly, this took a pretty long time, and it was just the start of everything. I am being severely humbled by this dress. For the sake of continuity, I would love to pretend that this whole dress was done in a day, but the truth is, the whole of yesterday, all I managed to do, apart from cutting the fabrics into pieces, was create a sample for one of the sleeves. I say sample, but this is going to be one of the sleeves, so like a kind of mold, if you will. And if I don't get started, we will actually have no birthday dress. Guys, do you see what I see? Okay. Maybe I was being too hard on myself. Because we kind of have a sleeve. You know what I mean? We actually kind of have a sleeve. Okay, I'm gonna stop playing around and show you guys how I did this sleeve and just use the same pattern to make the second sleeve, and hopefully we can get a move on. Once I had the first sleeve done, it was literally a breeze, but try not to pay attention to my hand stitching skills. I know they are awful. I used the same patchwork pattern to just cut out the pieces I needed for the second sleeve, iron it out, stitched it together, and yeah, we had our second sleeve ready to go. I'm trying to spend as little as possible with this dress, but I do need a zip, so I had to step out to get a zip. And while I was out, I realized it would be smart to also get some more thread, and I bought some thread as well. I feel like I needed more lace to really bring the dress together, so I went into the market, and the market have a fabric shop as well as many other things, and I bought these two laces. Each is a meter and both £5 each, so it came down to £10. So far so good. We are on £15.55p, which I don't think is bad at all, considering like the rest of the fabric are clothes that I was going to either throw away or I needed to do a DIY for or give to charity. So I'm gonna run this all up to about £20 for the sake of this video. I'm using the picture as a reference to obviously walk through. The way I did the sleeve was cutting all the pieces out and then reattaching them in kind of like following what was done here. So that's exactly how I'm going to do the rest of the dress as well. I'm using this dress, is a lace dress that I have in the house, and I'm using it as a pattern because it actually fits me really well. The good thing about this dress is there's no stretch, so I'm hoping that it will be as accurate as possible. I think my sewing machine has had enough, and I haven't even gotten started. I have so much sewing left to do. So in order not to lose my mind, I'm going to continue placing the patchwork and hopefully after like an hour or two, my sewing machine will be back and running and happy to go again. But so far so good. This is what we have. Panic has started slowly creeping in, but I decided to stay positive and start creating the patchwork while we wait for my sewing machine. Did I abandon my sewing machine while she was having a mental breakdown to get my lashes done? Yes, I did. I might not have a birthday dress, but I do have my lashes. All joke aside, if my sewing machine doesn't work, what am I even going to do? So I started working on the back panel. At this point, I think I'm actually gonna just scrap the whole idea of putting a zip at the back to save me time. It is Friday today. I have a train to catch on Sunday. I still have so many things I need to do, and I still have no dress. I'm trying not to, but I am starting to panic. So, sewing machine, baby, please don't do me like this. Let's get on. I was actually holding my breath, but it worked, guys. So we are on the move again. I moved into the living room so I have more space. This is the back of the dress, and I realized I haven't even measured the length of how long I want the dress to be. So I'm gonna do that here. Believe it or not, my sewing machine is stopped like 3 times today. No joke. I've cleaned the bobbin multiple times, restarted, and I'm trying my best not to lose it. At this point, I'd honestly lost count of how many times my sewing machine had stopped. Can you see how sleep deprived I am? But I've come too far not to have a birthday dress. On the plus side, we have all 4 pieces. I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting it out and pinning it together, and we can actually see a visual for this dress. I was cutting this dress out of sheer desperation. Like, I was still behind on my planning. I needed to see some results, like instant gratification, ASAP. So if you're wondering, where is our measurement? What is she cutting? Don't worry about it. I'm asking myself the same questions. This is the first time I'm seeing this dress on a mannequin. And after all the trials and tribulation, I can actually see a dress. It's coming to life. The way I was rushing to finish this dress, because I really wanted to take it on my birthday trip with me. As long as it's a dress, like I can wear it, we are all good. I trimmed the sleeves, I attached the other parts of the sleeve that I needed to attach. I also stitched that together, and I went ahead and trimmed the bottom of the dress, the hem of the dress, and I was just cutting and sewing and just praying and hoping for the best. Guys, I'll just show you. Somewhere along the line, I have messed this up, and I'm not exactly sure how, because these sleeves are completely fine, but this is not good at all. So I need to solve this, but I actually don't know how. So I'm going to start by unpicking the sleeves completely and hope for the best from there, because I have come too far to give up on this dress. There's another bit that I've done wrong as well, but we're gonna talk about that later. I have it on again, and you can see the pull is so much more reduced. There's still a bit of pull, but it's not as bad as it was before, and that's because I also took up the side seams as well. So I need to add more fabric to the side, and I need to figure out how to reattach the sleeves without it pulling again. So I think it's something to do with the cut in here. So if I can, this is what we want and that's not what we're getting. Guys, at this point, I'm back from my birthday trip, and yes, my hair is shaved because that was one of the things I really wanted to do this year, was cut my hair. And do I still have a dress? No. But am I working on it? Yes. The dress is back on, and yes, I managed to straighten it out. But let's talk about the elephant in the room, because I know even you have been thinking about it. What is this color? Because I was rushing and the dress was fraying, I thought I really would be able to take a picture in this dress on my trip. So I just did some quick colors, and it looks horrendous. This is what she has going on here. This is what we want. So I'm going to spend the time to just recreate it, or at least try to recreate something that nice and elegant, because who are we lying to? What is this? I'm not gonna lie, I actually tried to take the dress with me. I took the dress with me to my trip, but I just could not take any pictures in it because that neckline was really bad. So it was very satisfying to cut it off and start again. I did end up losing a few of the pattern that I made for the front of the dress, but I figured it's better to lose the pattern than to have that ugly choker. So recreating the neckline was actually quite good. I feel like if it was something I didn't do, I would always come back to doing it, if that makes sense, because it was really taking so much away from the dress itself. I have attached the neck and I'm holding it together with a clip because it's still quite big. I made it very big and long because I wanted to measure it towards the end and make sure everything was accurate before I cut and stitch. So the last part of the dress is to zigzag stitch every single patchwork that I've done and iron it down as well, because I don't know if you guys can see, some of it is starting to come off and I need to actually zigzag stitch the dress to keep it all in place. There's some things going on with the bottom of the dress. I'm not even going to try and address that because I just kind of want to get this over and done with. This might be one of those things that I come back to in future videos to try to maybe readjust or adjust something. But for now, we're just going to clap and cheer because we have this dress finally. And here you have it, guys, the final result. I have never been so proud of something in a long time. This has been such an experience. I've learned so much, not just about sewing but also about myself, and honestly moving forward I will be giving myself more time to create my project. But I really enjoyed it and I would love to do more content like this. So if you also enjoyed it, let me know in the comment section. If you're still not subscribed, please subscribe, like and share, follow me on social media, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Love you guys loads. Mwah.